And we are live. Welcome to another session of Building the Bull. This session is brought to you by the Skylabs Inventor Ecosystem. My name is Ryan, and I'm so glad to be your host today. We got Carl with us. Welcome. Hey, as you're hopping on board, as you're tuning in, go ahead and drop a hi, hello. Let everybody know where in the world you're watching from. We do have a worldwide and global audience, and super thankful that you are here. So we got Carl with us. We got Vijay with us. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Tuesday. Now, in the last year, over 16,000 crypto projects have launched. How would you like to get paid to share quality crypto pre-sales on our CrowdX Calendar? This is what these sessions are all about. It's designed to equip you with the knowledge, the resources, and experience to support you in finding great projects. And we work together as a community to find projects that have potential, while at the same time we bring up warnings and red flags about projects that may have some concerns. Now, for the last 6 months, 8 months, 9 months, we've recorded over around 100 plus live sessions just like this, okay, where we support the community navigating the CrowdX Calendar, helping scouts and community find the next 2x or 100x crypto gems, and we've also paid out thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency in the process. Okay, so yeah, you heard that right. We actually do pay. Okay, we do pay our community members to add projects to our calendar. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Vetter platform. Now, if you're brand new watching this, you don't know what Vetter is, and this is your first time, first of all, welcome. Really glad that you're here. Second thing is go ahead and visit vetter.ai, vetter.ai, and here you'll be able to learn about what the Vetter ecosystem is all about, what Skylabs is, what CrowdX is, and how it all works together. Okay, but what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about the Vetter platform. Okay, and you can check that out at Vetter platform, vetterplatform.app. You'll be able to log in there and see exactly what we're talking about here. Hey, Roman, hope you're doing well, brother. So, as I mentioned a minute ago, you actually get paid to contribute to this ecosystem. Okay, this whole ecosystem is built on crowdsource. It's built on people working together. It's built on the idea and concept of if a bunch of people just do a little bit of work, everybody can win. That's the whole premise. That's the whole idea. And people from all over the world with different backgrounds, different experience levels coming in, contributing, learning, and everybody working together. That, my friends, is what we call a win-win situation. Okay, so this right here is the Vetter board. Okay, this is just a quick snapshot of everything that's going on here on the platform. But right here you can see this is a condensed version of the calendar. Here is hot list. These are some projects that are posted by some great scouts. Hey, welcome, Catherine. Hope you're having a great day. Right here you can see the leaderboard, and this is some of the money that's been paid out. Okay, so top tip scouts. Okay, so scouts that have received tips, top tip vetters, top paid scouts. As I mentioned previously, you actually get paid to contribute to the platform. Top paid vetters, top paid voters. Okay, right here we have the gains and tips section. Right here, these are documented gains. These are projects that have done, 4.5x, 3.5x, 110x, 4x, 4x, 2x, 5x, 2x, 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 2x. Massive gains here. Okay, and so, right here, this user, CoStar, got a 4x on Krampus, which was posted by Metallaride, one of our top scouts. Okay, and they were also tipped 1,000 Vetter for doing so. Okay, so I'm going to break it down and show you exactly how this works. It's a really cool concept where, like I said, everybody can work together, just doing a little bit of work, and everybody can win. So, as I mentioned previously, when you post projects to the calendar, okay, this is our CrowdX calendar right here, okay, and these are projects that are posted by our scouts. Okay, and so right over here we have the tracker page. I'm just going to show you this. It's going to show you how much you earn at the different ranks. Okay, so when you're brand new and you're starting off and you post a project to the platform, you earn 250 Vetter. When you're beige, after you've posted 5 projects, you move up to the beige rank and you earn 750 Vetter. Okay, when your projects consistently are profitable, you actually increase rank. Your score goes up. Okay, so right here you can see that 5 posts As a yellow will move you to beige. As your score goes up, you actually can earn more Vetter. So as a green, you're now earning 1,750 Vetter. As a purple, you're earning 2,250 Vetter just by adding projects to the platform, to the calendar, which is pretty awesome. Now, the great thing about this is based on whether projects are profitable or not. In profitable, we have a handful of criteria. So we're looking at the 24-hour time frame, 7-day time frame, and 30-day time frame, and then overall. And so as a scout, when you're adding projects to the calendar, to the CrowdX calendar, the topic of today's conversation is about stacking probabilities, and that's what we're going to get into. And so as a scout, you have these probabilities that you stack because you don't know what project's going to take off, you don't know what project's going to tank, and you have an edge. And when you stack those probabilities, that is allowing you to be like, hey, you know what, I feel comfortable with this particular project. Okay. Now, like I said, as you continue to post more and more profitable projects, your rank will increase, and as your rank increases, you earn more Vetter. Okay? As you start to build a name for yourself and reputation, you can receive tips. So, for example, let's say that PSC 100X, she found a project, she put it on the calendar, and we participated in that. We have the ability to tip her in Vetter token, and so now that's another form of revenue that she's created based on providing great information and providing great projects. Another one is called the Hot Streak Rewards. Okay, this is after you've posted 3 profitable projects in a row. There's different bonuses that are available for you to participate in because of the streaks. Okay, and there's a hot streak, as in the consecutive, how many consecutive projects in a row. There's a streak average. What was the overall average success rate of the projects, and then the overall success rate. 60% success rate, 70% success rate, 80, 90% success rate. There's massive, massive bonuses on the table for the scouts who participate and take advantage of that. And that's, again, the core and whole idea of what this platform is built on, and the idea of crowdsourced intelligence, people working together and being rewarded for their efforts. Hey, welcome Jerry, welcome Daryl, welcome Phyllis, welcome Louise. Hope you guys are having a great day. Jerry, if you have any questions about Skylabs, I do invite you to go check out our Discord. You can find the link in the description below. These sessions are geared towards helping scouts find great projects, empowering scouts to find great projects, and specifically talking about the CrowdX Calendar. Okay, so if you want to stay up to date, make sure you follow us on Discord. Again, the link can be found in the description under this video. We recently launched vCell, and the final stages of development are happening for Skylabs. So again, if you want to stay up to date on that, be sure to follow us over in Discord. So when I talk about stacking probabilities, what is it that I mean? Okay, you guys have seen me draw this out a handful of times. But stacking probabilities, it could be as simple as, does a project have an audit? Okay, and you're like, yeah, it does have an audit. Or no, it doesn't have an audit. Okay, is a team doxed? Is there KYC? Is there vesting for the private cell? There's a vesting for the pre-cell. Are they doing AMAs? Are they doing their own marketing? Are they doing traditional marketing routes? How's the website look? Is it clean? Is it fancy? Is it basic? All of these things are probabilities. Okay? Because the reality of the situation is, you could look at a project and it could just scream, this is the perfect project. Okay, this is it. This is a perfect one. It absolutely, without a doubt, this is 100% it. But guess what? You have zero control over what happens at launch. Zero control over what happens with the current holders. Zero control over what happens with marketing. Zero control over what happens with any of it. Okay? With any of it. And so this is all about stacking probabilities. Okay? You don't know what's going to happen, but you're giving yourself all the possible chances, or the best case scenario, to have a profitable project. Okay? We've noticed that some projects, if they're a fair launch on PinkCell, which is not a traditional type of fair launch, not a traditional fair launch. But we've noticed, statistically speaking, that some of those projects don't actually do all that great. And there's some things about those projects that actually do well, but for the most part, majority of them don't do all that great. Okay? Don't do all that great. So that's something you want to consider as you're stacking your own probabilities. Hey, you're very welcome, Jerry. You're very welcome. Look forward to connecting with you in Discord, my friend. Okay, so those are some of the things. So as a scout, you personally, go ahead and type in the comments, what are some of the things that really matter to you that when you're looking at a project, what really matters to you when it comes down to stacking probabilities and things like that. And actually, I think I'm having some internet issues. Please chime in. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you're hearing me okay and everything's good. Looks like that there are maybe some problems with my internet today. We'll try to work through this. But if you can hear me right now, you hear me loud and clear, let me know. So I know that everybody's still here with me, okay? So yeah, so as a scout, what are some of the things that, some of the probabilities that you stack in your favor that can support you in knowing, like, you know what? Like these are the things that I look for. This is what helps me out. This supports me in knowing that it limits my risk. It limits your risk. Okay, so if you have some of those ideas, go ahead and drop them in chat now, so we all can look at those and talk about those things. Okay, Daryl says it cut out a few times. Vijay says I'm fine. Okay, well, I appreciate it, guys. Like I said, my internet's been acting a little bit weird the last couple of days, so I'm not really sure what's up. Okay, Luis says good. Okay, maybe I'm glad that I got a couple people saying good. That makes me feel better. I'll just keep rolling as if you guys can hear me perfectly. Okay. All right. So some of the things that we talk about, like I said, one of the things that could be a strong edge for someone, strong probability, is where you find the project. Okay, where you find the project. If you like to go fishing and you like to fish for catfish, but you don't go to a place where catfish thrive, that's a disconnect. That doesn't really work out. If you go to a place that has really great bass fishing, but you are all about catfish, that may not work out in your favor. That may not be the experience you're looking. You may have a great experience catching bass, but if you set out to catch catfish, that might not work out too well. Okay? Same thing with scouting projects. Different pools, different places, different resources can yield different results. And that is part of you stacking probabilities in your favor. I know some scouts who look at certain projects, certain type of projects, certain niche specific projects, and they do really well. And I believe some of it has to do strictly with the source, where they're finding these projects. Okay, where they're finding these projects. Okay, next thing is, what's your own personal checklist? What are you looking for in a website? What are you looking for with Telegram? What are you looking for with a communication? And what about bot or are there bots there? Is it hyped up? What about the pinned messages? What about doing a voice chat? What are you looking for about the team? Are they docs? Do they have prior projects? What's your prior experience? What about KYC? Okay. What about marketing? Are there clear marketing plans? More than just a traditional, hey, we're going to put up a billboard on the internet and hope that people see it. That's what everybody does. Okay? What about their socials? Do the socials look like they're clean? Does it look like there's organic traffic and following there? Or does it look like it's been botted or paid for? Okay, they've been doing AMAs. There was a time where Surtech Audit was the king. Okay, there was a time where Surtech Audit was the king. And having a Surtech Audit meant something. And I'm not saying it doesn't mean something today. I'm simply saying that it may mean a little bit less. I know 3 projects off the top of my head that had issues with their Surtech Audit. And each time Surtech owned that they made a mistake. Okay? We were one of them. Vault Finance was one of them. And Luber was one of them. Okay? So at one point, having a Surtech audit meant something. That was a really strong probability. Now, maybe not so much, but it's worth considering. What audit companies is a project using? That's worth knowing. That's worth considering. I know Metalluride's done a lot of research into this, and he's created a pretty good resource. I'm going to get him on, get his ideas, and let him share what his thoughts are on the research that he's found about audit companies and how that can gauge and play into whether a project is profitable or not. Just a quick snapshot. If you see that 90% of the time companies that use this audit company fail, that could be a good idea and indication that it may not be working out. Okay? Another thing is revenue. Okay? Now this is more so for long-term projects. Okay? Short-term projects can pump and they don't have to have any real utility. They don't have to have real means of revenue. And what's likely going to happen is 30, 60, 90 days later, they're going to burn out. They're going to fizzle out because they just don't have anything real. There's no substance there. Okay? One of the things also is utilities. It's one thing to promise utilities. It's another thing to launch with utilities live, functioning, working, rocking and rolling. Yeah, that's another thing that you can stack probabilities. Okay, with in your favor. Another thing is the team. Is a team in-house? Is a dev team in-house, or do they outsource it? Are they paying someone else? Are they someone in another country? These are some of the things that you can consider and look at. And it can support you with knowing, hey, every time I post projects where a team is outsourced, these are the results that I get. Okay? What are we talking about here? We're talking about KSP, which stands for Knowledge of System Performance. You develop KSP through a volume of launches, VOL. Okay? So go ahead and write this down. VOL stands for Volume of Launches. KSP stands for Knowledge of System Performance. You figure out whether these things work or are effective through a volume of launches. That's how it works. Okay? Like I said earlier, Metalluride, he's done a lot of research, a lot of volume of launches. He paper trades all the time. And one of the things he's discovered a trend with certain gaming type projects where they're going to launch. Let's just draw this out. A gaming type project, it's going to launch, it's going to go up, and then it's going to drop a little bit. And it may stay above pre-sale price. It may even drop below pre-sale price. And then it's going to stay for a period of time. And then all of a sudden, it's going to blast off and create new all-time highs. Okay? That's one of the things that he's learned through a volume of launches, and he's developed KSP with that. Okay? If that makes sense, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or type in the comments that makes sense and that's helpful. Okay? So these things all are about stacking probabilities in your favor, allowing you to position yourself to get the best results possible. You may be wondering why go through all that effort? Why go through all that effort? I'll tell you why. We've paid out thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. Okay, thousands of dollars worth of cryptocurrency. Let's go ahead and take a look at the leaderboard here, and we look at top paid scouts. Okay, Hellstrom has earned over 500,000 Vetter. LDN100X 300,000. John A 200,000, almost 300,000. Metalluride 260,000. Okay, lots. Okay, that is one of the ways you can earn Vetter. Now here's a beautiful thing about Vetter. The amount of Vetter that you own, there's actual perks to owning and holding Vetter. Okay? And I'm not suggesting that you purchase Vetter. I'm not suggesting that you hold Vetter. I'm simply saying that there are perks to this. Okay? There are tons of people in the community who've actually increased their ranks. Okay? So right here, Tier 1, 10,000 Vetter. Tier 2, 25,000 Vetter. Tier 3, 100,000 Vetter. Tier 4, 500,000 Vetter. Okay? There are perks and incentives for holding this amount of Vetter. Other things unlock in the ecosystem, and you can find more about that. Check out our Discord and ask questions there. But there are people within our community, simply by using the platform, their tier ranks have increased. Okay? It's increased. They have more Vetter now. Their ranks have increased because of that. And then you throw in the hot streak rewards, and it's allowed some people to go from 500,000 Vetter to holding 1 million Vetter. It's allowed some people to go from holding 1 million to 2.5. It's allowed some people to go from 2.5 all the way up to 10. Our last payout for the hot streaks, we paid out over 15.5 BNB. Some of that was BNB directly, directly as a payment to their wallet. The other part was used as a buyback for Vetter. We paid out millions of Vetter. It was awesome, absolutely awesome. So back to the question, why is it important to dial this stuff in? Because it can make a significant difference. Okay, it can make a significant difference with the amount of Vetter that you hold. Okay, when you take the time to learn a little bit about these different things, when you take the time to stack probabilities in your favor, when you take the time to do a volume of launches or paper trade, and understand like what's working for you personally, what's working given this market conditions, because what can work a year ago may be different than what's working today. Okay, maybe what's different than working today. Hey, welcome Crypto Thumbs. Hope you're having a good day, brother. So that's how that works. So I just wanted to drop some of those ideas on stacking probabilities and why it's important and why it's worth the extra effort. Okay, why? Because you can earn literally thousands of dollars worth of crypto in the process. And it has that ripple effect that can, because of that, it opens up other opportunities and gives you additional resources that you wouldn't have otherwise. So we go ahead and take a look at a project. And I thought I'd do something a little bit different today. I got 2 projects on our list. We're going to look at it from the perspective of a scout. Okay, we're going to look at it from the perspective of a scout. But there was one that was shared in Discord the other day. If you're not following us on Discord, definitely check us out on Discord. Definitely be a part of the conversation there. Lots of good ideas are being shared, and lots of opportunities to have some insight information that you just can't get elsewhere because of the crowdsource model. So the project we're going to take a look at real quick is Bomberzilla. Okay, and XR Priest, I think it's his name, Joseph is his name, but he brought this up. And he was actually surprised. He was actually surprised that the sell didn't do that well. And I thought that maybe as a group we could look at this today and try to, put some things together and say, hey, well, I wonder why. Were there some red flags? Were there some things that stood out that maybe could have gave some indication that smoke and mirrors was at play? Okay? So, let's just go ahead and jump in. So one of the things about this project is the game is complete. That's a big deal. Okay? That's a really big deal. The game is complete. Okay, it looks like we have a demo of the game right here. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. But just a little cliff notes for just probably from Pink Cell. Bomberzilla BBZ is a fun and nostalgic battle 2 royale PvP game that's 100% completed and ready to play. It is built on blockchain and players can compete, gamble, and earn rich rewards with their skills. Its ecosystem is unique with a guarantee that there will be no disorderly issuance of tokens. The focus is on the game. Everyone can play exciting battles in various arenas and participate in frequent tournaments. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at the website, see what we can see here. That sounds pretty good. A game that can be played already, it's functional, it's working. It's like, hey, I mean, you're speaking to me. I like that. Like I said, my internet's been a little wonky, guys. I don't know what the deal is really. I'm gonna go. I will be right back, real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and wow, it still hasn't loaded. I was trying to go check out my internet settings and see what was going on. Um, okay, so while this is loading, let's go back and check out Telegram, and we'll just start looking at Telegram here. Okay, okay. So right off the bat, we see there's 44,000 members. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. Okay, that's a lot of people. So let's go ahead and join the group. Okay, so it didn't. There's no captcha. There's no prompting that makes sure that I'm a real person. So that's kind of concerning. That means that anybody can hop in here. Any bots could potentially hop in here. They can get bombarded. So that's something to make note of. Okay, so as a scout, when you're looking at a project, it's like, okay, well, anybody can join. Are they real people? All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the pin messages here. We got 99 pin messages. That's a lot of messages, which is cool. Let's see how far back we go. October 13th was the first pin message. Okay, so we have a little bit of engagement. 7 and 3, 7 and 3, 5, 3 and 2. So there's 10 each time. 10, 10, 10. Okay, we got more right here. We got 14. We got 13. Okay, so this is some decent engagement. That's the most engaged post. Here we go. Now we got something. So the TikTok video had the most engagement. Okay, TikTok had the most engagement for some reason. But with this amount of people, with 44,000 people, I mean, I would think that every post would get this. I mean, this is just fractions compared to the overall group. All right. So let's go back up here. Let's see about the Telegram group here. Let's go to the post. There we go. October 13th. October 13th. So that's when the looks like as far back as we can go. Let's go ahead and type in good project. Good project. Well, that's kind of weird. I don't know who James is, but James is all over the place. Okay, so we got some bot activity. Okay, we got some bot activity. A lot of bots. Looks like October was the month of bots. These are just all bots here, all saying random stuff. Good project, and this is just one phrase. There's other phrases. If you've seen how some of the bots work, sometimes they say like, "The market's down right now," or "Things will be better tomorrow," or "Tomorrow will look brighter than today." I mean, these are just random things that the bots say. Okay, but good project is just one of those. It's real simple to search and look for. So we got a lot of bot activity. Now, one of the things I thought was kind of weird, up here there's a dude named James. Okay, and he looked like a real person. He looked like a real person. Right here, James. Okay, don't miss out. Spread the good news. Invite friends. Okay. Amazing project. Keep on supporting. I don't know. The fact that he's constantly... Oh, he's just saying the same stuff over and over again. I don't know. He may even be a bot. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't necessarily... I don't necessarily think he is because he looks more like a mod, but... I just find it interesting the amount of stuff that he says over and over again that's the same. Okay? It's the same stuff over and over again. I should support this project because I see a good potential in it. It's really strange. Really strange behavior. Anyway, so we know that... sorry, that's caught my attention. I mean, he just says the same stuff. Okay. Anyway, so we know of the 44,000 members that this is not... they're not all real. Okay, the fact that I was able to join, no caption, anything like that. There's literally thousands of fake people in this group. Okay, now having said that, that is what it is. Sometimes it happens. We talked about last week how there was a project that had 200, 300 members in Telegram, and then they got bombarded with bots. Now the bots didn't chat, But their group of 300 members in Telegram grew from 300 to like 3,500 overnight. And there was nothing that they could really do about it. Okay? Nothing they could do about it. So, I don't want to like look at this as a negative thing, but I want to say that, hey, it's worth considering when you're looking at a project that has a massive Telegram group, but lots of there's a chance that it's botted, and it may not be malicious, but that definitely plays into how many people are going to show up for the pre-sale. All right, so let's check out YouTube. So they have their own YouTube channel. So let's check this out. Okay, so that should be a pretty big indication for me. So they got 45,000 members in Telegram, but their YouTube is only 189 subscribers. Personally, for a game, YouTube should be one of the best platforms for them because you can actually see it. You know, one of my mentors growing up, he always would say, "Don't tell me, show me." So, for example, don't tell me what your game can do. Telling me what your game can do is a white paper. Telling me what your game can do is like an image graphic, an infographic. Showing me what your game can do is a video. Okay? That's a big deal. Okay, and so the fact that they have 45,000 members on Telegram, only 189 subscribers on YouTube. I don't know. It seems like they really missed the mark. They really missed the mark on this. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of these videos. So this has 9.7, 9,700 views.
Imagine what would happen if every person in the United States suddenly visited your website. Would it crack?
All right. All right. So this looks like that they had this maybe. I don't know where they had this, but this is not. These views are not organic on YouTube because of the comments and because of the likes. Okay, this video was embedded somewhere. Maybe it was embedded on Pinkcell. Maybe it's embedded on their website that I was waiting forever for it to pull up, and now it's. Oh, hey, here's a website. Oh, so they now have a pre-sale on Gympad. That's interesting. We'll take a look at that. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. Okay, so this video was embedded somewhere. That's where all the traffic came from. Okay. Now we do have some interaction, which is nice. Let's search Bomberzilla. BOMBER Zilla. Let's search Bomberzilla. See what comes up. See who else is talking about this game. Okay. So we got 400 views. They're talking about airdrop. Okay. This guy looks like he just did a video talking about the project or whatever. Looks like they're trying to get involved with some shorts. And, that was 3 weeks ago. That was a month ago. So, like, this right here, it doesn't look like they necessarily have a pretty good... Even though I think YouTube is hands-down the best strategy, we know that they're not maximizing it because, like, just the difference in view counts here. Like, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is it doesn't look like YouTube's been their focus, and maybe they don't really know how to utilize YouTube for their particular project. Okay? And so that's it. Okay, so the videos, the one video that's not from Bomberzilla is from this guy, Stock Investor. Okay, I would say that that's a problem. Nobody knows about it. Okay, influencers don't know about this. Even non-paid influencers, people who just like the idea and like the concept, they don't even know about this. So I find that interesting, and I also find that telling. Okay, I find that telling. All right, so let's go back to Telegram, and let's see. Yeah, so like Presales, Enoch. Let's look up Prince Enoch real quick. Prince Enoch. Alright, so Prince Enoch joined this morning. His first message was this morning. He says, Dev is really working hard to make the community more active. All we need is more effort to make amazing. Invite your friends and family. Absolutely nice project. Everyone be interested. Fantastic project with potential. Like, this is like a shilling bot. or like, this is like a, this is, it's like this guy says something, this guy follows up. Not even replying to him, but like, this almost looks like a scheduled. Okay, so here's what I think's happening here. So 5 o'clock, here's the first message. But this person, which I thought it was questionable already, but 11:45, he says this. 11:46, this bot says this. 11:47. What an interesting series of events. 11:45, 11:46, 11:46, 11:47. It's like he says something back, he says something, he says something. I think these are just two bots, like just messing around. 3:31, 3:33. Okay? So, who is real in this group? Like, let's see if we can find someone real. When distribution airdrop. That looks like a real question. And no one's answered for 2.5 or hour and a half. Let's see if we can find something real. Keep working. Okay. Yeah, so I'm looking for someone real who may have said something. Anything. Alright, so here's something interesting. Today, the public sale of our project at Pinsaw took place. Like you all, our entire team was excited and had positive expectations about it. Unfortunately, the platform has not fully complied with the previously settled agreements, which significantly impacted sales. That's interesting. We will not let this or any other obstacle stop us. We know how cool our game is. We've worked hard to build it, and we won't settle for less than what our community deserves. Our team is experienced, well trained, immediately got in touch with other platform, and we already have everything ready to take our token to the market, this time with a partner that recognizes the value of our project. We're finalizing a new marketing strategy that is sure to make you happy and excited. Okay. So far, I haven't seen anything. So far, I haven't seen anything that indicates that someone real today has sent a message. It all just looks like, I don't see anything real. I mean, that guy could be real. Maybe. Okay, so like maybe we find our first two real people right here, maybe. Like this group is filled with random comments and bots. It's filled with people pitching themselves. Okay, so let's see if we can find anything on Gympad. Well, that's interesting. I mean, I suppose bots can vote too, but like, so a poll was done on November 1, and it looks like it was viewed by 2,000 people with 597 votes. I don't know about that. The engagement in here is horrible. Okay, so the website said that they're going to launch on Gympad, but I don't think that's link is going to take us there. Nope. All right, so maybe their plan is to circle back and launch on Gympad, but right now, nothing's happening there. Let's see if we can find anything on old Twitter. Okay, so we got 20,000 followers here. We got 12 replies and 1 retweet, 15 likes, so not a lot of engagement. But that was a handful of days ago. December 1st, this is the first post, so 5 days ago was the last post. What did it even say? Oh, they're talking about their Telegram group. Bomberzilla official. Is that the same one that we're in? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Now that's up and running. Alright, gameplay. Let's check out this gameplay. You can play now. I'm not going to do it while we're live, but let's look up the game demo that Metallarad provided for us. See which video this is.
So, this was supposed to be another meeting.
Okay, so this is the video with 3,800 members. Okay, so this is actual gameplay. Right now, I don't see gameplay. I just see, like, renderings. Okay, so here's gameplay. It's brief. It's brief gameplay. I played, what was this? Was it, I don't remember what the name of the game was. Bomberman or something like that growing up. Like this, I like this game. I liked the game as a kid. That's what it reminds me of. But I wish that they would actually show the gameplay instead of just switching back and forth with all this animation stuff. Because this is a distraction. I want to see like this, a video full of this. When we get offline, I'll actually test it out and see if the game is actually playable like they claim it is. And here's my thought on this. If the game is actually playable, this is legit and real, it's just a matter of time until people find it. Okay? It looks like they've done a really bad job of marketing. Because like currently, I don't see any hype. I just see red flags. I don't see any hype at all. I mean, this right here, once we realize that like nothing's actually happening here, this number it makes sense. Hey, or it doesn't make sense, but we know that like we can't rely on this number is what I'm trying to say. So if the game actually works, which I'm going to test out when we get offline, I think it's a matter of time until this blows up. So let's look at the team now that we can do this stuff. So maybe this is. Are they trying to show that? I mean, this is definitely cool. That's a pretty cool thing. Are they trying to show that this is where team members are? You click on them. Team member 10, content director. Okay. Team member 11, editor. All right. So obviously they're not doxed. At least here they're not. This is kind of cool. Okay, this is kind of good. It functions pretty good. I mean that's a pretty cool. That's something that's really different. And I would imagine that it took energy and time and ability to, design something like this. But it's pretty awesome. Just pretty awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Roman says, loved Bomberman growing up. Yeah, man, me too. When I saw that video, that's what it reminded me of. Bomberman. Hey, what's up, man? Hope you're doing well, brother. You are just in time. We're looking at Bomberzilla, and we're just kind of thinking about, this project looks like it has potential, but it had a really bad pink cell launch or pre-sale. What I'm trying to say. It was a subscription model. Okay, subscription model was a little bit new, but I've seen other projects that did really well. They only raised. So here's the thing. Here's the thing that's crazy about this. Here's the thing that's crazy. Right now, this project looks pretty solid. I know it looks solid for Joseph as well. 12 people contributed to B&B. All right, between 12 people. I mean, that's not a lot of money at all. And this went on for 3 4 days. I mean, that's a long time. That's a long time. 72 hours, 3 days. Like, it's pretty wild that 12 people contributed to B&B. That's wild. That's so wild. Roman asked, how long do you think a project like this can last without marketing? So the one thing I'm thinking about that's good, okay? I don't know how we would find this answer, but here's my thought. Either this game was already created by someone else, and they're now converting it to crypto. So like Thetan Arena. So Thetan Arena is really similar. Thetan Arena was already a game, and then they converted it to crypto. Okay? And now, again, don't buy into the hype. Like, this is... I've seen some shenanigans with this group. I mean, there were times, like last year, I was playing the game, I was earning crypto. It was a pretty cool experience. But all of a sudden, you realize you're paired up with like 5 other bots. So they're advertising 25 million players, but yet somehow I got paired up with 3 bots. So there was some shenanigans. But what I'm saying is they had a big head start. The game was already designed and they converted it to crypto. Now, if this is the same thing that happened here, okay, cool. What I'm curious about, though, is how did they develop this game with no funds? Where'd the funding come from? And Roman, I'm getting to your question. It's just I'm taking the long route. So the question that Roman has is how long can they last without marketing? Meaning, how much does it cost to run this game behind the scenes? How much does it cost, and how many people do they need to have playing for this game to work out? And the team here. What's their burn rate? How much money are they spending on a daily or weekly or monthly basis to pay all the people to keep this website functioning, to keep the game functioning? I mean, this is some really cool stuff. I don't know what it would take, but it looks like there's a pretty legit team behind this. And so a lot of teams, and this goes back to what we talked about right here with what Metallic has figured out. So a game project will launch, and they're gonna moon. Okay, let me show you Crypto Legions. Crypto Legions. I don't want V3. I want the original one. Bloodstone. Let's see here. Oh, let me just go to the platform here. Look at it this way. Crypto Legions. I got a new keyboard, and I am not used to how it types at all. It just feels super weird. All right, so let's pull this project up, and let's go over here. Whoopsie. Whoa. Here we go. Hopefully I can pull up the chart still. I don't see why I wouldn't be able to. There we go. All right, let's pull this up. And so what I want to show is this cycle that games can go through, and it's understandable how it works. All right, this is a crazy play. Okay, so pre-sale price is around here. Okay, so game launches. And people are excited, okay? People are excited, and maybe there's a demo version of the game. Maybe it's really, really rough. It's really early stages, but at launch, there's enough hype and excitement around the game, and so it ends up doing 4x, almost 5x. Really good val, okay? Really good numbers here, and so it stayed above the pre-sale price for about 5 days. Okay, dropped below, came back up, dropped below, and then after after this point right here, after 10 days, it dropped below pre-sale price for 15 days. Okay? This was like the calm before the storm. Okay? And then for the next 28 days, almost a month, hype was building, momentum was building, people were excited. Okay, people were playing the game, people were making money playing the game. Which again, if this is legit, I believe that this has the same opportunity to do so. The question is, like Roman's asking, how long can this project last until this happens right here? Okay, how long can this project last until this happens right here? And what happened was, it literally goes from, what was it? It goes from like 50% below pre-sale price up to, 9x, 15x, like 34x. Okay, 34x. Okay, and we called this out a handful of times, back then. Metalluride hopped on and said, hey, I see something happening with this project. And, so a lot of people were able to ride this wave. But the question that Roman's asking is, how long can this project last in this mode right here? And I don't know. I don't know, because what's interesting about this project is a lot of projects they'll launch a token to get money to continue the development of the game. So sometimes games aren't actually ready at launch. Games aren't ready at launch, and they need all this volume, they need all this money to further develop or to pay the team or to do whatever. And so what I find interesting about this project, they seem really far along. They seem really advanced to be a startup. They don't look like a startup based on what's been designed, based on this really functioning. Like I said, I'm going to try the game later. I'll share my thoughts in Discord. But they don't seem like a startup. They seem like a game that has experience and they've been around, and you can log in and play and everything can work and it functions, and like that's what it looks like, that's what it feels like. So maybe they have really big partners and supporters who are bankrolling the whole project. I don't know. But what is really weird is, so far, aside from bogus numbers right here, and this is absolutely bogus. Aside from these bogus numbers on their socials, I don't know why people were not excited about this project. Now, they did mention that there was some not shenanigans, but something that happened with Pink Cell and whatever agreement they had with Pink Cell. The website indicates that they could be potentially launching on Gympad, but, it doesn't take us there yet. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. I think this is definitely a project we should discuss in Discord, just to share ideas and thoughts. But yeah, I don't know. It looks pretty advanced, considering this is all before the launch of their token. Okay? I've seen projects launch, and then with the money that they made from launch, updated their websites. Where, like, this is pretty cool already. Like, it's different. It's different. It has a really professional feel to it. I mean, like, this is advanced stuff. Like, I think there's a lot of money behind this. Now, again, I'm going to test the game. Because, like, I could get in there and the game could be totally bogus and this is just all one big setup. But, like, right now, I'm just as confused as Joseph was about how come they only raised 2 BNB? What happened? What happened? And, of course, this is just my thought. These are just my thoughts and my own subjectivity, my own speculation and opinions. Someone else may see something totally different. And, we both could be wrong. We both could be right, really. I see this and there's just a disconnect. There's a disconnect between if this is the real game that's playable, let me click this button right here. And this is real information, and the website's solid. There's a disconnect between everything that we see and what happened here. And so maybe realistically, okay, this comment about Pink Cell, well, let's see, I don't remember what the comment said. Right here. Maybe this was real. Maybe this is really something that happened. Like you all, our entire team was excited and had positive expectations about it. Unfortunately, the platform has not fully complied with previously settled agreements, which significantly impacted sales. I don't know what that means, but maybe there's some legitimacy to it. Now, having said that, there was zero engagement on this post. I mean, it's like there's no down thumbs, there's no, there's nothing. How come no one engaged on it? Okay? How come no one engaged on it? Oh, Corn, welcome, brother. So what happens in Discord is, so the beautiful thing about Discord is it's a privilege to be there. Okay? Discord is a privilege to be there. And questions do not get banned. And muting people does not happen based on someone asking a simple question. Now, if someone asks a question that's already been answered and they don't like the answer, yeah, that's when the muting can happen, because we don't do FUD, we don't do trolls. Okay, so anyone who is there and contributing in Discord and actually believes in the vision and is actually going to work to build out the ecosystem. People who are there, they can totally see what's going on. But the people who just want to create FUD for the sake of FUD, we don't do that there, man. And the Discord group is a group of professional token holders, mature token holders, and we don't play those types of games. So, if you personally got banned for doing that, hey, I'm sorry. But there's zero room for that type of FUD and negativity in that community. And again, it's a privilege to be there. And there's no requirement or no right to be there, okay? So that's how the Discord is handled. It's really about where are people coming from, what is their motive and why, and anyone who was muted for a legitimate reason, because they either didn't like the answer they were given, they want to create FUD for the sake of FUD, and some people just like to watch the world burn. And that's not the kind of community that we're creating there. So that's how that goes there in Discord. So one of the things with this post, like I said, there's no engagement on it, which makes me kind of curious about that. Like, I mean, people not even like giving a clap or a thumbs up. So I would suspect that there is probably no marketing whatsoever on this project. I wonder if maybe their thought and focus, well, that doesn't even make sense. They did an AMA with Pink Cell, but even that, I don't know. There's some type of disconnect between some type of disconnect between actual real people and the community. Dude, hey, brother, if you want to discuss this, Corn, we can absolutely discuss this. Hop in Discord, shoot me a message, and we can talk about it. Okay? It's kind of hard to answer support type tickets and questions during a live stream in YouTube chat. There's feedback delays and things like that. So if you have a legitimate concern and you want legitimate answers, by all means, go to the Discord, create a support ticket, and we can handle it. But it's really challenging for me to actually offer support while we're live right now. We're talking about Bomberzilla, we're talking about the CrowdX Calendar and things like that. Okay? I also have proof of information and screenshots that can support why anybody who's been muted. Again, people may not like the reason that they're muted, But if someone continues to ask the same questions over and over again and doesn't like the answer, that's what's going to happen. Okay, plain and simple. So again, Corn, this is your invitation. Please hop in Discord. So this is a prime example, my friend. A prime example. You're hopping on here fudding, likely because you didn't get an answer that you wanted, and then you got blocked for it. Okay? And now you got blocked for it. So you can shoot me a message on Telegram if you'd like. Okay? I'm inviting you to shoot me a message on Telegram. Okay? And that way we can connect and I can see what's how, why, what, when, where, who, what the issue is. If you want to help with that, okay? If you want answers to those questions. But like I said, anybody who asks a question and gets an answer and then asks the question again a second, third, fourth, fifth time, they get muted. It's real simple. It's real simple. So with that, like I said, you can shoot me a Telegram message. I'll be more than glad to do that. Also, if oh, is this Jay Lee? Is that who we're talking about right now, man? Dude, we answered your questions. You didn't like the answer. I think you were actually kind of pouting because you couldn't afford to buy a higher package. And we literally talked about how the initial launch packages were going to be the best. Okay, the initial launch packages were the best. However, there would be packages that would come up that have the potential to be better. Why? That is a win-win for all parties involved. Okay, a win-win for all parties involved. Okay, Steve, if you want to ask a serious question, feel free to hop in Discord and ask a question. So, like, I know what you guys are doing, okay? I know what you guys are doing. I literally take the time to answer your questions, and this is why you're blocked. Okay, this right here is the reason why you're blocked. Okay, you go hop on, you start creating FUD, then you go invite your buddies to create more FUD, then you all circle around the huddle, creating more FUD. This is why you're blocked. Again, it's a privilege to be in our Discord. If you're not there, there's a legitimate reason for you not being there. However, if you think that there's an issue and you should be there, there should be a channel that you have access to that's banned or muted. If you don't have access to that, feel free to shoot me a message on Telegram, and I'll be more than glad to respond there. So, with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And again, if you are personally blocked, it's because you didn't like the answer to a question. You kept asking the same question over and over again. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. Plain and simple. So with that, I'm going to wrap up today's session. I thought it was really cool for us to circle around and talk about Bomberzilla. Like I said, it looks like it had a lot of potential. Okay, it had a lot of potential to be a good project, and I still think it does, but there's something that's missing. There's something that's missing from the project. So either it's all smoke and mirrors and it's totally bogus, or they're just really bad at marketing. And maybe they thought that if they built out a really good platform, a really good game, that everything would work itself out. Everything would work itself out in their marketing. You know, maybe they felt that people would just start playing the game, and everyone would just love it, and I don't know. There's some disconnect between. I really see a lot of possibility here with the game, but to B&B raised is. I don't know. I don't know. It makes me feel weird thinking about it. Truthfully, like I don't know how to explain it. And I think Joseph felt the same way when he was talking about the project. He was blown away. So yeah, let's break this down in Discord. Let's see what we can see. Maybe we can find a gym pad link, and maybe that was the case. Maybe Pinkcell did some shenanigans or something. But still, 12 people contributed to B&B. I mean, that's just like absolutely nothing. It's absolutely fractions of fractions of the stuff. It's just bizarre how this project ended up working out. So anyway. So with that being said, guys, let's continue the conversation in Discord. And I appreciate you guys support. Yeah, Corn, if you're serious about getting some questions resolved, I have no problem, man. You can hit me up in Telegram, and I will like literally to show you to support the notion of we act a certain way in this community. I literally let you talk here, like, so to think that people get muted and blocked for random reasons, that's not true. The moment, if that was true, the moment that you hop on here talking about something random, you could have been removed, and I didn't. Okay, so perhaps there's a misunderstanding. Perhaps again, you probably asked a question, didn't like the answer, asked again and again, and you got muted for that. So if you want to resolve it, you can hit me up on Telegram, and you can shoot me a message there on Telegram, and we can get it resolved there. I just sent you my Telegram information, so feel free to shoot me a message there. We can get it resolved and see what's going on there. So with that, I'll end like I always do. Life can be short, so for those that you care and love, let them know you care and love them. Hey, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being a part of this community, for working together, sharing ideas, and that's what makes this community awesome. People coming together, sharing ideas, working together, and everybody just does a little bit of work, a little bit of contribution, a seed here, a seed there, an idea here, idea there. Meng says, love the idea with the weekly watch list, going to get off. Yeah, absolutely. I love it, brother. I love it. I just know that, together with all of our experiences, all of our backgrounds, all of our insights, we can all learn and work together and really create some amazing results. So thank you guys for being a part of this community. Thank you for being a part of the conversation. And I will see you guys in Discord, and I'll see you on Thursday, same time, same place. Bye for now.